we have occasion where we're called to detain someone who's having some issues. Normally, if you were on the mainland, you'd take them to the state hospital, a mental health facility. We don't have that here, and we can't bring people who are unstable on airplanes or necessarily bring them on boats right away. So we have to get them a place that we can stabilize them, that they're not going to be a threat to themselves or others. And this is that.
And the padded cell really does mean padded.
Yeah. Yep. There's padded walls, padded door, and we get floor too. Yeah. So we get someplace that we can put someone where they won't hurt themselves until we can get, they can get the proper medical attention, and then we'll go from there.
And what's this room?
Right here. This is a holding cell. So if we have the normal flow of coming in, would bring someone in the door. So if we're bringing in 2, 3, summertime, a party, there's just benches on both sides. We bring them in here, they stay here till we can stabilize the situation, and then we can take one at a time, bring them out and process them, put them in, fingerprint them, take their photographs and all the things we need to do, and then put them in the cell or get them bailed. But in the meantime, they can stay here, a secure area, and then that would be done here, and we can watch them through the windows from the processing desk. So the normal flow would be, cruiser would come into this area. This is the garage, the sally port here. They'd unload the prisoner, and then they'd go right out into the detention. This room is big enough to handle two police cruisers or an ambulance, because we have occasion when someone gets hurt, we have to bring him to the hospital, so we can bring the ambulance in here, put him in the ambulance and take him to the hospital. That's why this room is pretty large. Again, so it's safe. You can take someone out of the cruiser if they're fighting with you. You have a lot of room to maneuver without bumping into walls or cars or things to get them into where they can be safe without having to worry about falling or tripping over a lot of things. We also have the ability over on this side is when we get a car in for evidence, the car was involved in a crime, hit and run, stolen property. We can put the car in here, close the door and secure it and fingerprint it in an area that we actually can do it in. We don't have an area right now that we can secure and have a controlled environment and do fingerprints. So that's what this section's for.
Wow, this is exciting.
And this area is for bicycle storage, for our bike patrols in the summertime.
Sure.
We keep them all in here, place to keep them out of the way, we can fix them. And
wow.
Again, a lot of this stuff is, for our high season as opposed to the month of January and February. But again, on Nantucket, you don't have the luxury of just planning for, your slow time,
Well, and I also think that for morale reasons, it's going to be really helpful for you guys to actually have a place that you really.
It'd be nice not have to fight your way through everything every day, especially in the summertime, tripping over people. Or even now, I'm trying to find a meeting place that I can talk to somebody in the police station downtown, and the detectives are in the conference room because they're interviewing people. I can't have a place that I can have a meeting with someone. So usually, you go outside. This is another area too, in here. This is a little visiting area that's separate.
Right. Look, you've got
and this happens a lot downtown, that we will have even someone getting bailed. The bail clerk comes in to bail someone, and usually they're sitting together side by side on a chair. And the bail clerk tells them, "Do you agree to appear in court?" Sometimes they say, "I don't care," and there's a lot of attitude going on because they're not happy about what happened to them. And sometimes we end up fighting with them in the lobby of the police station to get them back into the cell because the bail clerk said, "I'm not bailing this person. They're not ready to be bailed." So this keeps them separate, that if they start to act up, then we can just take them right out of here, back into the detention. If their bail clerk signs them out to get bailed, out they go.
So now the second floor is going to be offices for you?
Yeah, that's where all the administrative offices are.
Sure.
The detectives and the chief, lieutenants, deputy chief, information technology.
Yeah.
That's all on the second floor. Just be careful on these stairs. They're a little bit unfinished. Hopefully we'll get some stairs fixed tomorrow. Look out for our electrician behind you with a club.
It's all concrete, is that?
Yeah, they'll pour these little pans with concrete, and they'll have a rubber tile floor over them when they're done.
Jeez.
It looked bigger before the walls went up.
My gosh, it still looks huge. Oh! Beautiful. Okay, so.
Well, this space right here, this is the deputy chief's office here. You know, it's me. This is my space.
You got it all figured out how you like it?
You know, it doesn't make any difference to me. You know, I got a desk and a chair. You know, and that's, you know, one thing that, you know, the chief's office is right here. The chief wanted to have a meeting space that he could put down, that the chief could actually sit and talk to someone on a chair. If you've been in the chief's office, you know what it's like. There's no place where you can meet with someone. So he has it in his space to have a couple of chairs that someone could sit down and have a meeting with him. You know, coming out here in the corner here, this is our IT office on this side. And then
Is this all open? I imagine it must be, right?
no, this is
Oh, it's going to be wall?
this is going to be wall here. And the reason for this, it'll be open from below, but the building code says you need to have an airlock.
Oh, I see.
You can't have one door bring cold air into. So this is the outside door. There's another door down there. There'll be windows on this side. There'll be a wall here.
Oh, this will be a big window.
Yes. This is the entrance to the police administrative section. There's a conference room in the middle. There's 2 lieutenants' offices over there, and the detectives are in the far corner. And there's a couple of interview rooms for detectives at the back side.
And what's this area in here then?
Right here, you come out here. This is just sort of an open reception area. You know, it's just open space. You know, there could be a receptionist there. We don't have one, but again, looking down the future, might there be a receptionist in the front? Probably. So there's a reception desk here, and then there's a couple of staff toilets right behind there, then a conference room. You know, there's a lot of circulation space, something that we don't know in our building, doesn't exist. You know, and the building code says you have to have so much space per occupancy, so they're not jammed on top of each other. Which is why, because we have over here is another public meeting space, also police training area. Right? Another stairway here. So this is another meeting space in here that police training or public meeting space. This is also going to be our emergency operations center in here. So it'll be movable seating in here, so it can be flexible to do whatever we wanted it to do. If we wanted it open, you wanted tables and chairs in a circle, this room is wide open for that.